Zach LaVine scoring 38, but the Bulls dropping a game to the Washington Wizards without Bradley Beal, Porzingis, and Daniel Gafford. We'll get into all that and more right after
Throwing
this.
Gafford in there? We throwing Gafford in?
Yeah, we got to throw Gafford in there as well.
You are Locked On Bulls, your daily podcast on the Chicago Bulls, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Thank you for tuning in to Locked On Bulls. Remember the Locked On Podcast Network, where it's your team every day. That's Red Hot Pat the designer, who's about to go off, and I'm Haize. We in this mug. Pat.
Hey, listen. And I already know Haize going to argue me down on this. Bad shot by Zach LaVine at the end of the game. Terrible shot. Should have.
And Billy Donovan's already come out and said that he ran that to be a three. So that was Zach LaVine going rogue.
Just Zach being Zach. And by the way, for the people that are saying he should have passed that to Vooch, there's a man standing there. That's not how passing lanes work. There is no world where DeMar DeRozan does not play, and Zach LaVine is begging for somebody else to make a shot, that Patrick Williams should not have more than 10 points. He ain't it. He ain't got it. We could talk about him not being put in positions to have it. He was in some great positions tonight to knock down shots. He was in some great positions tonight to get to the basket. He's got to step up. And if he ain't going to step up in moments like this, where the Wizards literally had Goodwin is on a two-way contract. He's Marko Simonovic for them.
Well, Marco's on a guaranteed contract, so he's still.
Well, that's the worst part. Even in, he's Malcolm Hill. You got cooked by Malcolm Hill for that, bro. Like Patrick Williams, mark it, date it, stamp it. Patrick Williams is a bust, bro. He's a bust. He can be young, but his mentality ain't there. We got Otto Porter Jr. We didn't get Kawhi Leonard. Patrick Williams ain't got it. And I know, right, it's not all on Patrick tonight. Ayo Dosunmu couldn't knock down shots. Kobe White did a little bit. You know, I would have loved to see a little bit more action for Kobe White. Apparently, nobody knows how to throw an entry pass into Vooch, which is the wildest thing in the world. It's like, dog, like there's nobody on this team that knows how to throw either a bounce pass or an entry pass. Oh, by the way, it's not all on just the people passing the ball. And not for nothing, Vooch. How about a seal, brother? How about you seal the dude from being able to reach around? You're 7 feet tall, 4 foot wide. Like, come on, dog. This is a game that we shouldn't even be talking about Zach LaVine playing in the fourth quarter.
And it seemed like it was going to go that way for a brief second. And then the Bulls allowed the Washington Wizards to go on a 20-5 run, scoring 41 points in the third quarter of this game.
You got to do something, dog. You got to do something, dog. Like, and here's the thing, right? Defensive scheme tonight, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it was amazing, but I will tell you this. Defensive scheme don't come into play when you're turning the ball over, giving up transition. But what, we have 5 turnovers in a row?
Felt that way.
You know what I'm saying? And to me, right, like I look at this game as a situation where Zach LaVine, we talked about it, right? I said Zach LaVine's going to give other guys the opportunity to step up, and I feel like they're going to step up. Zach LaVine gave everybody tonight an opportunity to show that they were the player that Acme believed in. Nobody did it. Ayo Dosunmu, he is the king of smoked layups, by the way. Alex Caruso, stop shooting. Just stop, bro. It's not you're doing more damage shooting the basketball than actually just passing to somebody who has a chance to make a bucket. It's laughable, bro. And I'm not
here's my biggest problem in this game is that this is a game in which Zach LaVine, for the second game in a row, says, I'm about to put this team on my back. I just need somebody to help. Somebody just step up. Give me a little something. Give me a little bit. Yeah, I'm literally I'm doing 90% of the work. Listen, I brought the groceries. I brought them home. I cut everything up for you. All I need you to do is put it in the pot. You couldn't do that. And that's the biggest problem with this team. And so in getting closer to the trade deadline, I really hope Acme is looking at this and say, yeah, you got some talent on this roster. That's cool to have a bunch of talent. That's cool to have some potential. But listen, potential about to get you fired if you don't find a way to either bring it out of these players or use it to benefit and bring in somebody who can do it. Because in a game in which Zach LaVine has 38 points on 28 shots, gets to the free throw line, hits a big shot to get it to get you the lead there towards the end. We needed somebody. Give us 5 more points over the course. Everybody missed shots, wide open shots in this game. You hit 2 of those wide open shots, we win this game. 2 of them. That's all we needed.
I like this comment here. Bro, Pat, Caruso is shooting 40% from 3. What are you talking about? What he's shooting at the free throw line or at the layup, because he threw like 7 of them over the rim.
Well, the thing is with Caruso, and this goes back to how the construction of this roster, because Caruso is actually averaging higher than his career in almost every statistical category. He's giving you what you signed him to give you. But you don't have enough around him to benefit that. You're forcing him in position. We shouldn't be betting.
He shouldn't be a second
come down to a shot of betting on Alex Caruso's offense, because he's giving you the same thing that he's given his whole career.
He shouldn't be put in that position. I agree with that. But the drive to me, dog, like there's moments where we're seeing these guys just go to the bucket and try to get it there, trying to get in the paint, trying to get a lay, and it's like, bro, that's not the right shot there. And oh, by the way, when you try to kick it out, you also throw it into a double team. Like there's so much with this team now, and especially in a game like tonight, where these are the nights where somebody else has to step up. Not to say Zach LaVine, maybe the problem is that Zach LaVine does want to get his team involved. You know what I mean? Like,
maybe
this is
should be more selfish. Is that what we're saying?
In a game like this, maybe, because literally anytime Zach said, I'm gonna get to the bucket, he got to the bucket. Anytime Zach said, I'm gonna attack, I'm gonna attack. But the thing is, Zach LaVine making the right basketball play for most of this game, right? That last play, yeah. But making the right basketball play for most of this game, it puts you in positions to get down. It puts you in positions where you couldn't knock down shots offensively. Now, granted, the same thing, to that same effect, Washington did a great job. You know what they did? The Bulls had 50 points in the paint. They said, all right, put 5 people down there, because nobody else is knocking down shots.
Mm-hmm.
If I kick it out to P. Will, you got to be able to knock down shots. And you know what? It's not just – here's my thing with P. Will. My thing with P. Will and with Iota Sumo, this is my beef with them this season. You haven't taken a step offensively. Had a couple of flashes. Nice. Both of them. A couple of flashes. The thing that you hung your hat on, you are terrible at. Io looks like a terrible defender out there at times. Patrick Williams, legitimately, over the last 10 games, has been an awful defender. One-on-one. What is his? I'd bet you he's got a 120 defensive rating. He's been an awful defender. One-on-one, matching up in the paint. Man, and it's not like he's playing against, he's got to go out there. Yeah, KD. He's playing against KD, right? That's a tough matchup. But he ain't playing KD every night. The thing that you hung your hat on, you're not doing well anymore. That's my problem with what these young players are doing right now. That's my problem with what I'm seeing from the Chicago Bulls. I'm seeing regression in the things that you were supposed to be. Listen, rookie year P. Will, clamp. Second year P. Will, in his limited time, really good defender. Third year P. Will. You can't stop the dudes. Who couldn't you stop tonight? DeLon Wright?
And this is why stats can be a bit misleading, because by metric, he's having his best defensive rating of his career this season. His off the court is second best of his career, and it was better in the short time last season. But I will say, and this is why sometimes you got the eye test combination with the stats, because there are absolutely times. There's times where he does clamp people down as well, but there are times where you just look at P. Will and you're just like, did you even understand he had the basketball?
Oh my God, bro. And it's an IQ thing. We want to go at Zach on the IQ tonight. P. Will, You grabbed the basketball when y'all were fighting for the ball on the floor and tried to pass it out with what? 3 seconds on the clock? Time out. That's high school.
That was a bunch of idiotic plays from a bunch of players, but I think
For
they were just
sure.
frantic.
For sure. But that's high school.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
here's the thing. I will say this. I never said to say, I know everybody in here. We said the same thing about Larry. We didn't wait on Larry. Said the same thing about Wendell. We didn't wait on Wendell. They were hurt.
It wasn't just hurt. But you always say that. I have to go back. It wasn't just hurt. Laurie absolutely regressed. Now, with the thing of calling P. Will a bust, I understand where you're getting with that. But again, it's hard to expect a player to develop skills that you don't have them use night in and night out. It just is. It's hard to say when you don't try to develop it, and that's some on Billy and that's some on P. Will too. But it's hard to ask somebody to develop something that you legitimately don't use at all. And then now when it's needed, it's like, oh, well, why didn't you give us that? Hell, you ain't used me in this role my whole time being here. There has to be a concerned effort to develop P. Will because, unfortunately, not saying it's right or wrong, unfortunately, he doesn't have the aggression to go out there and get it for himself. You know what he has shown? When you've gone and started off games with going to P. Will to get him involved, he stayed involved that whole game. And it's unfortunate. I'm not saying that it's the right thing and it's perfect. But at the end of the day, you now have this player on your team. And for you to get the best out of him, it's been shown and evident you have to run things for him. When you don't do that, he's not going to develop.
Is he defending the best players every night?
Not anymore.
Since when? He was defending Kyle Kuzma tonight. That was the best player on the floor.
He bro, did you during the down stretches of that? He wasn't. He was guarding Gill.
Yeah, you know why? Because they had to put Caruso on him because Kuzma was cooking that man.
Nah, bro.
You put him on
switches.
You put him on
early
Anthony
in the game.
Gill.
If you go back and look at the first 10 possessions of that game. Patrick Williams guarded him on 3 possessions on those first 10 possessions. They didn't just have him. Now, they should have had him guarding him straight up and let him get cooked. If you got cooked, and then sit your ass down. But they didn't do that. They didn't. He wasn't on Kuzma the whole game. He should have been.
You put him on Anthony Gill. That tells you all your coaching staff think about you as a defender right now.
No, it's because Gill was cooking.
Gill was killing. He was killing Vooch down low. I'm not gonna lie to you. He was
Yeah.
killing Vooch down low. Hey, by the way, Vooch, Jesus.
But okay, we got to get into this read. We're going to keep talking about this, but I got to talk to you guys about Built Bar. Looking for this delicious treat, but don't want all the fat and calories? Then you got to try Built Bar. We just got through the holidays, and I know my goal is to eat a little healthier this year. If you're like me, where you want to eat healthier but don't want to compromise taste, then man, I've got just the thing for you. You got to try Built. With Built, healthy is actually tasty. Seriously, they're so delicious, so you won't think they're good for you. Perfect for your New Year's resolution. What makes Built Bar so good? Well, for starters, they're covered in 100% real chocolate. That's right, real chocolate. And they come in unbelievably flavors like churro.
You do that every time.
Bro, that's what the word, like, that's a stupid word. That's not peanut butter brownie and coconut almond. I'm not sure how Built does it, but these bars taste like a candy bar while maintaining amazing macros. And what's even better is that they are healthy. Only 130 calories and 4 grams of sugar with a whopping 17 grams of protein. And now you don't need to wait around to get a box. For years, we've been talking about ordering your Built bars at Built.com. Now you can get them at your local Walmart or Sam's Club. That's right. Head to your nearest Walmart today, walk to the pharmacy section, and grab yourself a box of Built Bars. You can pick up a 4-bar box of cookies and cream, double chocolate, and coconut puffs. If you're close to Sam's Club, run and grab a 13-bar box with our hit flavors, brownie batter, and churro. You can thank me later. You know who I'm not thanking anytime soon? The Chicago Bulls. I'm not thanking them for nothing anytime soon. Another Jekyll and Hyde stretch here for the Bulls. They win 3 in a row, lose 2, even though they showed a lot of heart in that Boston game. This game is this is tough, bro. This is tough, man.
It's one of those games where, right, like the thing that we're talking about for the Bulls, they did. Anthony Gill has 18 points.
Yeah.
Rui Hachimura, 10 and 5. Which Morris? Not DeLine, right? Which Morris is this? Monte Morris. All the Morrises in the NBA. 17 and 2. 21 and 4 for Kuz. Denny Avdia got 20 rebounds. He got 20 rebounds. The other guys. You know what our other guys did? They got cardio tonight. They got a heck of a workout in. And boy, did they get worked out. I mean, honestly, bro, like I have to. Zach LaVine put up 38. He finished this game with 2 assists. How many times?
He should have easily had 8 assists tonight.
I was going to say 10.
I mean, no, you're probably right, but I'm just saying the easy, low ball of it.
How many times was he trying? And I think that's the thing, right? Those are the moments where you like that DeMar is there. And I've said this, right? I think you need the team aspect of it, but you do need a guy that can destroy people one-on-one. You do need a guy that can go down there and just get you a bucket, because Zach LaVine wants to get people involved. He wants to win as a team. He wants to allow his team to be able to make plays, and he's going to put them in the best position to make those plays. But at the end of the day, your team ain't making those plays. You can't put them in that position. Now, here's the thing. Zach LaVine still puts you in a position to win this game. Still knocking down a huge three-pointer to get you to 97-97. Kuz goes down on the other end, knocks it down. Zach LaVine, I mean, at the end of the day, right, like, we do have to talk about the shot. It was bad, right? It's a bad moment. There's no part of that to me, right? Like, I'm not killing Zach by any means for how most of this game went, but there's no part of that where the take foul there, jumping to take a pull-up mid-range, is the right play. If they're going to use the take foul, jump and take a 3, get to the free throw line for 3, and then you knock down 3. There was no logic in that. There was no sense in that. And you know what? That was a low IQ moment, low basketball IQ moment for Zach LaVine tonight. I mean, I think that there was a want to. He finally got the opportunity to take his shot. It wasn't the right shot. It wasn't a good shot. And yeah, I mean, even if you knock down that mid-range, there's 1.5 on the clock. Now they got to try and get the ball in. You got to try and get a steal, get a foul, defend the backside, which we see that the Bulls can't do at all. It's the biggest thing for me is like, right, like I said, I see everybody talking about why doesn't he pass it to Vooch? There's a man standing right in that passing lane as Zach LaVine jumps through the lane. He didn't leave.
We're going to call the Bulls defense Lizzo.
Tread wisely here, though.
Because they don't protect the backside at all, and it's wide open. We'll leave it at that. I'm going to leave it at that. No. We've had the triangle. We now have the Lizzo defense in Chicago. They're just fully exposed out there, bro. On a daily basis.
It's just fully exposed. Shout out Lizzo. She confident, baby. Shout out.
Oh man,
shout out
that's
to you.
Funny.
Oh wow,
I had to break the tension, bro. We both pissed off, man.
We so mad. We are, Todd. It's literally just like there's no explanation. At the end of the day, it's just like, dog, there's no explanation for it. And how many times have we talked about this team? It just being you got to knock down your shots, bro. Like literally, like you said, if somebody knocks down 2 shots,
2 shots, bro,
2 shots,
2 shots. That's crazy, man.
It's sad, bro, and it really. Do I think that this is the Bulls team? No. I think that you're better than this, and you've shown that you're better than this over the last 10 games, and you played better than this over the last 10 games. Heck, the last game against Boston, you played better than this, right? But and not having DeMar is big, right? Like, but it shouldn't have been. But it shouldn't have been. Not having DeMar should have made your defense better. Because we know DeMar's not playing up defensively. We know he's not clamping anybody down. Like, your defense got worse. Your rotations were worse. Granted, a lot of that because you're in transition, but there's too many moments to me where it just doesn't look like smart basketball. Too many moments. Sure. And speaking of not smart basketball, Andre Drummond, what the heck?
Bruh. Oh, man.
I'm telling you right now, if The Rock walked into the United Center and did the people's eyebrow, half of the team would jump. Like,
Oh, well, see, but the thing is Andre has such that quick second leap. He jumped 3 times off one people's eyebrow.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. Tyson Chandler must be teaching, or I'm sorry, Tyrus Thomas must be teaching Bulls block opportunities.
He's the block
in this
coach?
stuff. He's the block coach. He's the block coach, bro. He gotta be, bro. I've never seen, right, like, and Billy Donovan said in his post-game presser, he was like, hey, look, y'all stop giving him 3 minutes. Stop giving him, that was 2 minutes and 52 seconds. Stop giving him, I see somebody in the comments, 4 fouls in 3 minutes. 2 minutes and 52 seconds.
Tony Bradley would have hit that 3, would have nailed it in.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Tony Bradley would have stayed on the ground. He too
know,
big to
bro.
jump. He too big to jump. And he's sick. You know what I mean? Yeah, get better, brother. But also,
man.
like, it's hard. And we'll talk about this in the third segment, right? Because I heard you going hard on Billy on the other side. And yes, I do have some smoke for Billy on this game. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, 41-point quarter. Everybody's at fault. We got to talk about Billy Donovan in this situation, but the defense of this team is, to me, the biggest question mark on consistency, not the offense, and that's a problem. Especially with no DeMar out there. But before we do that, man, we do want to let you guys know that as small business owners and or hiring managers, you know the success in 2023 all depends on the team members you surround yourself with. That's why LinkedIn Jobs, that's why you have to check out LinkedIn Jobs. With LinkedIn Jobs, you can hire qualified candidates more efficiently by matching open roles. Trying to see this mud to get it up. Is it that one? Yeah, there we go. Open roles with people who have skills. Sorry, LinkedIn. Values and experience that help you achieve your goal. Here's the thing that LinkedIn Jobs does for you. It helps you quickly attract qualified candidates to your open jobs, and targeting tools. They go beyond resume data by using insight from your job post company and their 875 million member profiles to put your post in front of the most qualified candidates. LinkedIn Jobs makes it easy to screen and rate applicants based on your job's qualifications, all on one platform. That's why small business ranks LinkedIn Jobs #1 in delivering quality hires versus leading competitors. LinkedIn Jobs helps you find qualified candidates you want to talk to faster. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/LockedOnNBA. That's linkedin.com/LockedOnNBA to post your job for free. Terms and conditions do apply.
Dun, 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 dun. All right, Pat. I don't even know how to end this, bro. Like, this is a frustrating loss, bro.
It's a frustrating loss, and I'm going to be honest with you. And I'll ask you this, because, you know, nights like this, I end up just basically sitting here venting and trying to get my therapy out, because they literally just, I don't know. I don't know, bro. Do you think there's something Billy Donovan could have done different tonight to change the outcome of this game?
I do think some defensive things at times, but the thing that even in my issue with Billy Donovan, I said this over on Central, the offensive scheme, you still got to say worked because it generated open shots, right?
Yeah.
It generated open shots. So,
I mean, even defensively, I had to give him that little bit of shine. That is how I do my ad reads. Shout out to Dad.
This Bulls team sucks, but not as much as Dyson. Get you no, that's very accurate. That's very accurate.
Shout out to him on that. But no, I think there's a certain moment where we have to look at players and say players got to make plays, and with the idea that the Bulls went out there with the mentality they came into the season with, you can't have P. Will and Ayo Dosunmu not stepping up in these moments. You can't have, and I'm not talking about offensively, get a stop, slow somebody down, knock something around, put somebody on their butt. Show me that you're alive on that end. And Andre Drummond goes out, like we just laughed about, right? Like he's jumping. Tyrus Thomas got him. Tyson Chandler has him set up ready, for defense. Those are the things that change your coach's scheme immediately. And we already know Billy Donovan's going into the game with the same scheme, no matter what. I mean, and we've heard that. There are some coaches like that, right? They're going to run their scheme, and there's some coaches that adjust on the fly really well. Billy ain't one of those guys. He's got his scheme. He's got his rotation, and when you have to have those quick, on-the-fly moments, the Bulls, you notice that they struggle. When you literally lose Andre Drummond, one of your defensive anchors down low, in the first 3 minutes of play for him, at 2 minutes, 52 seconds, there was no adjustment coming. I knew that it wasn't going to be much defense played tonight.
The lack of, I want to word this very carefully. The lack of any type of resolve from anybody else on this team bothers me. And on a night where, because we always talk about Zach as a leader. He's not a rah-rah leader. He puts it all on the court. He led you tonight.
Yep.
And it seemed like nobody at all picked up on that intensity and said, all right, I got you, Zach. Not even Vooch. Kobe, I'll give it to Kobe. Kobe was the only other one.
Kobe was missing in that fourth quarter too, though.
Yeah, true.
But he was missing too.
It just,
he was trying though. He was trying.
At this point, like, the bet on continuity didn't work. Now, that's not to say blow it all up. I'm not saying that. But you have to look at this team and say, all right, listen, which reportedly that the front office is very confident in the Bulls in the second half of the season, listen, I don't know what you're confident in, because the only thing that I've seen is that this is a team that shows up really, really good some nights. And then some nights, it's like if they're not front running, the younger players on this team, the Ios, the Patrick Williams, even Derrick Jones Jr. to some point, if they're not playing with momentum, you might as well not even put them out there on the court. You might as well let Zach and Vooch run the pick and roll all day and see what they can do.
But that's the problem, right? And not to say the problem, right? But Zach LaVine's not that guy. Zach LaVine's not DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah.
And that's why I've said I do believe there's a role for DeMar on this team. You have to find that happy medium. And without DeMar being there tonight, you felt that there was no – the Bulls scored 97 points. The Bulls had 2 quarters where they scored 21 and 17. Like, you literally look at this team, you look at what's happening on the court with them, and you in the second half, and you're just like, oh, no one else can play basketball. Zach LaVine still scored 19 in the second half.
Yeah.
He scored 19 in the first, 19 in the second. Opportunities were there for this Bulls team to step up, but when there's no DeMar, it changes who's able to take the shots, and it changes how easy those shots are, even though it was still some easy shots. Kobe White's life was a little bit harder tonight. I think that's the one change that you saw. The passing lanes weren't the same. Ayo Dosunmu's life was a lot harder tonight. Although make a layup, but Ayo Dosunmu's life was a lot harder tonight. He's the king of smoking layups, bro. He's got to be. I mean, like wide open ones. I don't get it. DeMar DeRozan makes a difference on this team, and I think the one thing that Billy Donovan has realized is that you have to have both of those guys out there for you to be the team you want to be. That could be the main reason why you need to be talking about making trades at the trade deadline, because you see how this team looks without one of their guys on the floor.
Yeah. Or
without one of their guys playing at top tier level. You can't beat the Washington Wizards. Is it a bad night? Yeah, for sure. Listen, we felt good about the Celtics loss. We was like, they competed, they fought, how they've been playing. We love this. This is a bad loss.
Ain't no feeling confident after this.
It's not even about confidence. It's just like, I told y'all I'm not going to believe in this team until 5 games above 500. I still feel that way. I've never not felt that way, even when I speak positively of them. But it's because of the moments like this. I know what DeMar can do. I know what Zach can do. I know what Vooch can do. At a minimum, Vooch is going to give me a double-double, 15 and 10. It's a heck of a double-double. It's not a Vooch double-double, though. Right? If it was everybody else that was making much less money, we'd be fine with a 15 or 10. Daniel Gafford, right? A Daniel Gafford double-double. I love it, brother. It's for Vooch, I need to see more. But on this team tonight, these are the reasons why I look at this team and I say I'm not going to be confident about it. Because if you're 5 games above 500, I'm seeing consistency from P. Will. I'm seeing consistency from Ayo. I'm seeing consistency from Vooch. Or from Kobe. Although Kobe's been pretty consistent. Kobe's really, I'm going to be real, he's really stepped his game up. There were certain points tonight I was like, let him play point. There There were certain points that I literally was like, let him try being the starting point guard again. Because that nobody else wants to do anything.
Tough loss, man. Tough loss. That's really what it boils down to. This sucks.
It does. It sucks at the end of the day. But hey, we got another game Friday. We will we'll be back again on that. And we will try to hopefully come away with a win and not be as depressed in this mug. Because these are the losses. I don't know if y'all can tell. Like, this is the funny thing about the Locked On Network, right? There's some dudes that like they're not fans of the team. Like they grew up rooting for the team, like they're fans because they cover them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could tell me and Haize, like, we just bleed Bulls. Because literally it's just like, dog, this sucks, bro. It's just messed up our night. We had stuff planned.
Bro, and I hate that this team affects me so much emotionally, bro, but there's nothing I can do to change it, man. Like, it's crazy.
It is. It is. I almost wish I could just go at it from a analysis point of view. Like, I kind of can. I'm level-headed with the Bulls. I don't think I go too hard one way or the other. Or too hot takey, I should say. But it'll mess the rest of my night up.
Yeah, man.
Oh man, follow us on everything at Locked On Bulls, man. Follow me on everything at Pat the Designer, and P Will. He ain't it.
Passive P has made his return. He is Passive P again.
Passive P. He Passive P. Yeah, he out here Passive P.
You can follow me at CEO Haize, the CEO Haize. Thank you for making Locked On Bulls your first listen today. Now for your second listen, go and check out Game to Game NBA. Every moment, every top performance, every result, Locked On Game to Game covers every game from across the NBA with local analysis that only Locked On can deliver. Follow Game to Game on Locked On NBA, available on the Odyssey app, YouTube, and wherever you get your podcasts. For Pat the Designer, I'm Haize. This is Locked On Bulls. We out, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.
Haize about to make Liz a wifey.
Lizzo.